Good morning. Welcome. Hope you feel fabulous this morning. But let's just take a minute to think about your body when you first woke up, how it felt, and then how it's going to feel after this class. Okay, let's just take a nice big deep breath. Take your feet nice and wide and reach your arms long. Inhale, reach for the ceiling or the sky, whatever the case may be. And now we're going to fold halfway down. Keep your neck nice and long so you're not dropping your face. Just getting a little stretch to the back of the legs. Sweep up, really reach, and then back down. Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I'm here. I'm muting.
Good. Okay. Big deep breath again. Feet are a little bit wider than normal here. Come on down halfway. Really think about hollowing in the stomach, right? We do that for so many reasons. One, we like a flat stomach, but two, it protects our lower back when you engage your six-pack muscle. And that's why it's important. Okay, now you're going to bend the arms at the elbow and then try to lift your elbows up. And then come up and go straight up with the arms. And let's do the same thing. Pull those elbows back, hinge halfway, and reach the arms really long, all the way up to the ceiling, and back down. Get them nice and high. One more time. Nice. Arms by your side. You're going to step your feet in a little bit, hip width apart, hands to heart. And let's just take a little squat here. Nothing huge. Don't worry. We're easing into it today. So little squat, booty pulls back. Let's do a few more. Keep your face up and your spine long. Now let's see the difference when you bring your heels and toes to touch. Activate those inner thighs. Come down and squeeze. Now you have to use your core to feel stable in this move. That's why it's good for us. The more muscle we can bring to this party today, the more you get out of this 45 minutes. Couple more. Feeling a little burn maybe here in the front. Take the arms out. See if you can go a little bit lower this time and then come back up. Sweep the arms to the ceiling. Your feet are still together. So start bringing the muscle to the party here. Let's do a few more. Squeeze your inner thighs. And one last one. Nice. Now fold all the way down. Open up your feet so you're in a much more stable position. Just hang out here in your forward fold. Trying to stretch out the upper glutes and your lower back a little bit. So it might be that you're not in a straight leg because you're feeling too much of a tug behind the legs. But just try to relax and breathe, and it should feel good. So you want to be in a happy place right now. Let's get some good blood flow to our face. Your head's just kind of hanging out where it wants to. Okay, bend your knees, walk your hands to the front of your mat, and step back, meet me in your high plank. So you're taking your gaze off the end of the mat, and now you're going to pull through to your down dog. So let's drive the heels towards the earth. So we stretch out our calves. And now bend your right knee, left heel stays down. Both heels to the floor, bend the left leg. That should feel good. Switch again. And again. Now, bring your shoulders over your wrists and let's walk our feet in so our knees are under our hips. We're just going to hang out in this bear pose for a sec. Now, step back to your plank and let's pull through to your down dog. This time you're just going to go up and down on the toes. So lift really high and then lower the heels. Let's just do that a few more times. Okay, pull forward back to your plank. Make sure you're not dropping your face. Step your feet into bear. Just hold your knees just above the floor. Step back to plank and pull through to your down dog. We're going to walk our hands all the way back to our feet. Meet me in your forward fold. And just hang out here for a few breaths. Getting off your wrists a little bit. Now you're going to bend your legs in your forward fold and straighten them. And if they don't want to go all the way straight, that's just fine. Just keep that going a few more times. Keep your shoulders retracted. Okay, one hand at a time above your knees, you're going to help your upper body come up to a standing position. Let's just round these shoulders. Should feel good. Now bring them up by the ears and then pull them away from the ears. Big deep breath. Now try to pull your shoulders out so they're nice and broad as you raise your arms. Take your gaze, look up. Hands to heart, we're going to step our left foot forward, come up nice and high on the toes on your back foot. Barely abandon my front knee. I'm going to hinge through that hip just till my body's parallel to the floor, till I feel a nice stretch in that glute, and then come back up. Shoulders are back over your hips. Let's run through that a few more times. Now, if you feel unstable, you might want to take your feet a little farther apart. In other words, your right foot would go further right. Okay, let's hold it down here. Bring your arms by your side and your palms are going to face the floor. Maybe lower the torso a little more, but stay up on the feet, on the foot behind you. Now, if you can, let's bring the arms out to the side to an airplane and see if you can lift your hands up. Your wrists and shoulders are in the same line. Just hold this pose. Really working your upper back a little bit here. Now, bring the shoulders back up over your hips and sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Now take them down, frame your front foot. So you're going to bend that front knee to get there. Step back, meet me in your plank. Nice. Do a little hover and go right to your up dog. Great job. Hang out here for a sec. Your knees are on the floor. Just feeling a little pull in that six-pack muscle while you're here. Okay, now suck in your belly as best you can. Hips back up over the heels. Big tug of war going on here with the hands going towards the knees, waking up the lats. Okay, so your head is right between your arms. You're just going to take your right palm, open it to the ceiling. And without changing anything else, just see if you can lift that hand a couple of inches off the floor and really try to reach the fingers to the front of your room. So your arm is long and strong. This is a great way to build flexibility through the shoulders. I close that hand to the floor, relax. And let's do the same with the left. Open the palm to the ceiling, lift it up, and try to reach for the front of your room. Just breathe. Okay, come on back up onto all fours. Let's do a couple of cat-cows while we're here. So you're going to round your back, drop your face. Chest comes forward, look out. Let's do that again. Hollow out the stomach, round your back. Excuse me. Chest comes forward, look out. Now come back to a neutral spine and engage the stomach. Lift the knees off the floor, back to your bear. Just relax here for a few more breaths. Now walk your hands back to your feet, meet me in your forward fold. Maybe you relax the torso a little closer to your thighs this time around. Flip over so you're on the back of your hands. So you feel a little stretch through the wrists. Both hands above the knees, bend your legs, come up slowly. Sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Hands to heart, we're going to step our right foot forward this time, nice and high on the toes on our back foot. Start your hinge forward. See if you can come down till you're parallel to the floor with your body. As soon as you get there, come on back up. So we're moving through this hip to kind of wake things up. So slow but steady wins the race. Okay, come up. Come on back down. You're going to sweep your arms by your side, palms face the earth. Make sure they're locked out straight. Move them forward so your wrist and shoulders line up. See if you can lower your torso a little more and raise your hands a little higher. Stomach is in. Now sweep your arms back up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are over your hips. Great job. Come on back down again. Come a little lower, keep your arms to the side, and then take them all the way down. Step back, plank. Let's do that little hover to your up dog. Nice. This time we're going to go onto the tops of our feet. And if you can, elevate your knees off the floor. Shoulders, if you take a peek, should be over your wrists. So lift up those knees. Just a little more work for the arms. So let's be mindful to keep little breaks in your elbow so you don't lock out. It's much better to work muscle than stack your joints. Put the knees back down. Excuse me, hollow out the stomach. Let's bring those hips back over your heels. Pull those hands towards those knees, isometrically, of course. Now come and tuck your toes under so you're a little more stable. Open that right palm again to the ceiling. Lift that hand up again. Another shoulder opener. Why not? This is so good, especially if you sit a lot, working on technology and stuff. You got to work to open these rounded shoulders. Okay, put that hand, switch sides, left hand, open it, lift it, and reach it. Try to remember to breathe. Okay, relax that hand, come back up onto all fours. Few more cat-cows here. Really try to round your back and press away from the floor. So you feel a stretch in the lower back. Okay, now reverse it. Look out off the front of your mat. One more time, round your back. Come back to a neutral spine. Right into your bear, elevate your knees. Now, if you want to amp this bear up a little bit, just elevate the toes on the left foot. Barely off the ground. And then put them back and switch sides. And let's try that again. And again. Put your knees down, extend your right arm forward, and have your palm face the center line of the body. And let's take that left leg back, get it straight. Just hold. Lift the back leg a little higher and the front arm a little higher. Relax back to the floor. Switch sides. Sometimes we think our back leg is straight, but it really isn't. So really give it that extra try here to reach those toes to the back of your room. Elevate a little higher. And back onto all fours. We're going to stay in this position. I'm just going to have you lift your left knee out to the side and lower it back down. Again, getting into our hip here a little bit. This is just really to loosen things up. So lift and lower a few more times. And let's do the same on the other side. Leg coming directly out to the side, lifting it as high as you can every time. Bring it back to touch the other one. Let's just do this a few more times. Nice. Back to your bear, elevate your knees. Walk your hands back to your feet. Meet me in your forward fold. Let your head relax, pull your shoulders up and back. Nice slow swan dive all the way back to standing. Sweep your arms out to the side and then up to the ceiling. And back by your side. We're going to step our left foot forward this time. And I'm going to have you drop to your heel on your back foot. Give me a nice big bend in this front leg. And if you can, take your shoulders and face them forward. Palms come together. So you're going to get a nice little opening right here in that right leg. Sweep the arms up. Just breathe. Try to get your arms really long. And they don't have to be together at the top. Now, press the outside of that back foot into the earth. Couple more breaths. Now turn to face the side. Whoops, don't do it that way. Strong arms. Give me more bend. Take those feet maybe a little further apart. Now you're going to take your left arm to your front leg. Bring your right arm over your ear, nice and straight. If you want to amp it, left arm comes out, you just hold using your core strength. Bend into that front knee a little more, lower those hips a little. Just relax and breathe a few more times. And now we're going to sweep the left palm up to the ceiling, right palm to your back leg. Reach that front arm really long. Now let's just spiral the arms forward. Come onto the toes on that back foot and meet me back in your plank. We're going to bring that left knee up to our left elbow and then take it back. Let's do the same with the right. Really slow. Switch again. Just keep going side to side as slowly as you can. Lift that knee up to the elbow so you really use the oblique. Little intensity, nothing crazy. We're going to try to do 2 more. Then we're going to meet in our down dog. So let's do that. Pull through. How good does that feel? Pedal out your feet. Walk your hands back to your feet. Meet me in your forward fold. Slow reverse swan dive back up to standing. Nice. And hands to heart. Step forward with your your right foot this time. Bring your left foot on its side. Give me a nice big bend in this front knee. Shoulders face forward. And then reach the arms up. Take your gaze, follow it. Relax. Try to press the outside of that back foot into the floor as you keep this bend in your forward knee. See if you can stack that knee right over your heel. Nice. Okay, we're going to turn and face the side. Try to pull those feet a tiny bit further apart if you can. Give me some really strong arms. You're really trying to reach and pull those shoulders apart. Nice. Okay, this right arm's going to come down onto your leg, and this left arm goes over the ear. Nice and straight. So amping this up, we take that arm off the leg, reach it out straight, and just relax. Try to get your hips a little lower maybe. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose when the work gets tough. Okay, we're going to sweep this right arm up, left arm to your back leg. Oh, how good does that feel? Nice side body stretch here and length. Okay, let's spiral the hands forward, frame your front foot, come back, meet me down in your plank. Now this time, instead of being in our high plank, we are going to lower the forearms. So now you're in your low plank, giving our wrists a bit of a break. Now, if you're ready to amp this up, lift your left foot off the floor a little bit and just hold. Nothing crazy. Stomach is pulling up and into the back. Put that foot down, switch it. So the foot that's elevated, I'd like you to lock out that leg nice and straight for me. And let's do it again. Switch. Point the toes or flex. Doesn't matter, I just want straight legs. And switch. Both toes down. Hold your low plank. 5 breaths with me because we can. Hollow out the stomach. Coming into a child's pose in 2 breaths. Nice. Put the knees down. Walk those forearms back. You're going to flatten the feet. Open your knees a little bit. We're going to put our forehead down and just relax. So I like you to breathe really big here. Deep breaths. So you get a nice release in the upper gluteals. Okay, let's walk our forearms back. So you're coming back into your forearm plank. Start out with your knees staying on the earth, but if you had them wide for your the last pose we just did, pull them so that they are hip width apart. Your toes are going to stay tucked under. Now, to activate a little tremble in the tummy, I want you to isometrically move your elbows towards the knees and then release. Now take your elbows and move them a tiny bit in front of the shoulders. It's not a big move, but it's going to add a little more tremble to the belly as you pull the elbows towards the knees again, and just hold. Be mindful not to drop your face. So you're just looking out off the front of your mat, or you're closing your eyes and hoping this is going to end soon. Now, release that pull. Move your elbows a little more forward. We're just amping this up a little bit here. Now, create the isometric pull and hold. So now there's no doubt about it that those elbows are in front of the shoulders. Lots of work for the tummy and the core here. Couple of more breaths. We're going straight back to a child's pose. So start walking the back. You did it. Oh my goodness, have a seat on those feet. Relax your forehead and just breathe into your lower back. Big, huge breaths. Okay, walk those forearms back to your low plank. We have one more little challenge. Then we're going to move on. We're going to be on our back. So tuck the toes under, elevate the knees. So you're in your normal low plank. And we're going to switch it to a side plank. You're going to be on your right arm facing the left side of your room. Sweep your left arm up. Hold your side plank. Now, if you can amp this up, you lift your top leg. Really challenging that side body. So 3, 2, and 1. Put that leg down. Hold here for 5 more seconds. Punch those hips up a tiny bit higher if you can. Okay, back onto forearms. Now, if you need to put your knees down while we transition, that's okay. Hold your low plank for a sec. Try to calm your breathing. And now we're ready for that left forearm facing the right side. You can stack your feet or spread them. You got choices here, but if you can, lift that top leg. Make it nice and straight. 3, 2, 1. Put the top leg down. Punch the hips up a little higher. 5 more seconds. Okay, come back onto the forearms. Take 5 breaths with me here. Knees are always an option. Okay, lower those knees. One more time, walk it back to child's pose. We've earned it. Just breathe here. Big, huge breaths, 3 of them. Okay, come on back up. You're going to come into your bear. Hold your bear. Walk your hands back to your feet, meet in your forward fold. Inhale, slow reverse swan dive all the way back to standing. Hands to heart. You're going to turn and face the right side with your feet nice and wide. Now take a peek. Make sure we're lining up our toes so you don't have one foot in front of the other, right? Hands to your waist. Give me a proud chest. Squeeze that butt of yours. Push it back as you squeeze it. Suck in the belly. Come down halfway. Little stretch you should be feeling in your inner thighs. And if you're not, take your feet farther apart. Just kind of go for it in this pose. Now, while you're hinging through the hips, try to drift your butt back. Don't fall, but give it all you got. Now come back up to standing. Keep your butt engaged. Pull it back, squeeze. This time you're going to come down lower. Keep your hands on your waist. Your spine is still long and you haven't dropped your face. Come back up slowly. So good to do these stretches. Keep your butt tight. Come on back down. Your fingertips are going to meet the floor this time. You're going to take them out so you get more range here. So create a little tug here, fingers moving towards your mat. So you've got your lats working and pulling apart. Keep that tug going on and see if you can move your hips back a little bit. Okay, one hand at a time, back up onto your waist. Start to elevate your torso just till you're parallel to the floor. Keep your neck long, your face is just looking out beyond your mat. Now, engage the stomach, very important. Squeeze your butt. One hand reaches out and then the other one. Now, open them like a Y. So they're not, the wrists are wider than the shoulders. Now, lift the hands a little bit. Lots going on here in the back of our body. Hold it, breathe. And relax back down. Now you're going to just let the top of the head hover above the floor. Take your feet wider apart. Maybe your forearms are down. Just go really wide here and just let the head fall where it wants to. Coccyx bone pushes up to the ceiling. So create that activation where you feel a more intense stretch. So in other words, if you had lights on your bottom, shine them up. Okay, inhale, extend to a flat back, fingertips only on the floor. The core is doing all the work. Not a lot of weight going into the hands. Now we're going to take our front foot, open it forward, and you're going to frame your front foot with both your hands. You're in a runner's lunge position. Fingertips only. Take the weight out of the hands and use your leg to hold this pose. Now bring your arms by your side, palms face the earth. Nice, just hold this. Knee bends forward, over the ankle. Let's get up nice and high on our back foot. Now take your arms, reach them forward, palms face each other. Your wrists are shoulder width apart. Sweep the arms back and forward. Now lift up out of that hip 1 inch. Sweep the arms back and forward. Palms down, step back plank, right to your down dog. Little reprieve here. Just relax and breathe. Bring it forward to your plank. Let's do a little hover and go right to your up dog. Nice. Hips up and back, down dog. Now bend your knees, pull your butt back towards your heels. This is the Sean move. Now pull forward to your plank, little hover to up dog. Nice. Lift those hips up, back into your plank, back to your down dog. Make sure you can see the sides of your arms through your peripheral vision. Lower your knees just above the floor. Stick that butt back towards the heels. Bring it forward to your high plank. Nice little hover here, right to up dog. Nice job. Pull your hips all the way back over your feet. Have a seat in your child's pose. Okay, up onto your knees. We're going to come off of our feet. We're going to meet in a bridge position. We're going to get there really slowly, sucking in the belly. Come on down. Really slow, legs are bent. As slowly as you can. Nice. As soon as you get there, put the head down, lift it back up, and start your rise back up. We're going to do this one more time before the bridge. Nice and slow. You're C-curving your spine here, and you're pulling in the belly. Nice. Okay. Heels come in a little bit closer. Arms up to the ceiling. Lift those hips up. Walk your feet together and squeeze your knees. Take your arms back by your ears and just hold and breathe. Let's lift those toes up off the floor. Hollow out the stomach. Squeeze a little harder with your knees. Now, everything stays the same, except you're going to start to lower your hips down in slow motion. And as soon as you feel them connect to the floor, start to lift them back up really slowly. Your focus here is really pulling the knees together. Keep that going. And 3 more times. Make it great. Here's an opportunity to really get strong. Use it. Okay, hold your hips up, squeeze. Put your feet down, toes are back to the floor. Just relax and squeeze. When we finish this, we're gonna come right into a nice happy baby, so you'll stretch out your inner thighs. So take this opportunity to make this fabulous. Squeeze a little more, count to 10 slowly in your mind, and you find yourself in your happy baby. Arms are really long, they're getting tired too. Okay, bring your wrists up over the shoulders. Oh, that feels good. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, relax. Pull those knees in, grab hold of those toes, open them out nice and wide, and enjoy. That should feel really good. So you use your hands to pull the knees a little closer to the earth, your elbows to keep the knees open. And in a happy baby, you want to always have your lower back on the floor. Okay, legs are going to come straight up to the ceiling. Your heels are right over your hips. And your arms are on the floor by your side. Just take that right leg slowly, really slowly. Lock it out. Both are straight. lower it as low as you're comfortable taking it, and then start coming right back up slowly. So when I say slowly, it's anywhere from a 3 to a 5 count, and then you switch legs. Push those heels away from you, both of them. And do it again. Switch legs. Try not to be in a hurry. Okay, keep your legs up. Bring your feet up, flex them. You're going to take your hands, your fingers, and lift off your shoulder blades to try to touch your toes without moving your toes over close to your face. You want to keep your heels right in line with the hips, and then lower back down. And then press up, hollow out the stomach, and lower back down. Now press up, hold it, slowly take your legs down and move the arms back by your ears, and then bring them together again and lower the head. Lift back up, legs come down, arms go back by your ears. Pull it together again, nice and slowly, and relax the head. We're going to try this one more time. Lift up the shoulder blades, reach for your feet. Arms and legs move in opposite directions. Bring them back together and relax your head. Pull the knees into the body. That's a pretty challenging move. The option is you always just don't go back as far or lower as far. Okay, little gentle rock side to side. Little back massage here. Now we're going to put our feet down on the floor. So your legs are bent. Cross your right foot over your left thigh. Little fore stretch here. Bring that left knee in and your right knee away from you. Just breathe. So keep trying as you relax into this to move the knee further forward, the right one, and your left one into you. So you're constantly trying to create space. Okay, now we're going to take that right knee and just slide it so your knees are crossed at the knee. Now flex both your feet and see if you can grab your feet. Once you've got your hands around the bottoms of both your feet, see if you can use your arm strength to pull the knees into the chest. So targeting a nice release through your right butt cheek. You're welcome. Okay, let it go. Let the feet go. Uncross. Put both feet back on the earth. Your legs are still bent. And now we're going to do the same thing. Left leg crosses over the right thigh. Try to keep that left foot flexed. Your knee in. So now you're creating an opening by moving that left knee to the front of the room and the right knee into you. Keep creating that opposing work. You might be getting a little bit more range the longer you hold it. And it's okay if you rotate your pelvis down. That's another way to create length. Lower back comes off the floor a little bit. Okay, now let's cross our knees. So slide the left one down, grab hold of the feet with your hands, bring them in. So big release through the left butt cheek. Okay, uncross. Bring both knees into your chest and bring your forehead up to meet them. So you're in a tiny ball. Big release through that lower back. And then relax back down. One more time. Maybe you can wrap your forearms and touch opposite elbows to tuck into a tiny ball. And then bring your forehead up to your knees. Use those forearms to keep pulling the knees in. And release it. We're going to extend our legs all the way down along the floor, nice and straight. One big stretch here. So you're going to point your toes. Arms go back behind you. Big stretch for your six-pack muscle. Tummy should be nice and hollow. Breathe into it a few times. Okay, pull the arms up, lift your head up, let the arms come forward, flex your feet, C-curve your spine, round back up. Come up onto your toes. Go right into a forward fold. Let's hang out here for a breath or two. And then a nice slow swan dive up to standing. Great job. Sweep the arms up and hands to heart. I thank you guys so much for your power and strength. Namaste. Thank you for joining.
What happened to Kendall?
I guess she had to run to work.
Yes. Hi, that was good.
Do you feel stretched out?
I do. I went
Good.
to the hockey game last night.
Oh, yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah, I made it a little bit cryptic, but there's a Go Habs Go flashing thing in front because you had to do your passport thing, then you had to check your ticket. But I had asked them, did a draw last minute at work, and I wrote to them, and they said only the winners will be notified. And I said, it's really because it's last minute, but it's preseason, so it's not a real game.
Right.
And I said, it's good if